You can say yes and feel your body pull all the way back. You can agree and feel your chest tighten. You can do the right thing and feel worse afterward instead of better. That discomfort isn't confusion, it's information. This subject is about congruence. When what you say, what you do, and what your body knows are either aligned or quietly at odds. Congruence is internal agreement, right? Congruence is when your words, your actions, your nervous systems are all telling the same story. When you're congruent, your body relaxes after you choose. When you're incongruent, your body stays alert, even if the choice looked good on paper. That's the difference. Most people think discomfort means they made the wrong decisions. Often it means they made a decision that didn't match themselves. Congruence isn't about morality. It's not about being good or correct. It's about coherence. A congruent choice feels clean in the body. Not euphoric, not dramatic, just clean. Your shoulders drop, your breath steadies, your energy stops leaking. You don't need to keep justifying it internally. Incongruence feels completely different. You replay the conversation. You keep explaining the choice to yourself. You feel a low level of tension that doesn't resolve. That tension isn't anxiety, it's self-override registering. Congruence is not about saying what you want all the time. It isn't. It's about not saying what you don't mean. That's an important distinction. It is. Many women have learned to prioritize harmony over honesty. They say yes to avoid discomfort. They soften their truth to keep connection. They explain instead of standing still. Their body absorbs the cost. It does. Every incongruent moment creates a small split inside. One part knows the truth, another part keeps acting otherwise. That split requires energy to maintain. This is why incongruence is exhausting. Not because the situation is hard, but because you're carrying two realities at once. Congruence restores energy because it removes the internal conflict. You're no longer managing yourself. Congruence doesn't always look bold. Sometimes it looks quiet. It looks like not responding right away, saying, I'll think about it instead of yes, leaving earlier than planned, changing your mind without an explanation. And it's okay, you can do that. These are not dramatic acts, but the body notices immediately. You feel relief without celebration. You feel steadier instead of charged, right? That's congruence. Congruence also explains why people feel unsettled even when things are fine. The relationship isn't abusive. The job isn't terrible. The situation makes sense logically, but something feels off. That off feeling, that's often incongruence. Your body is responding to a mismatch between what's happening and what's true for you now. Congruence is time sensitive. What was congruent before may not be congruent now. As your baseline changes, your congruence requirements change with it. It does. This is why growth creates friction, right? You outgrow the ways of speaking, agreeing, or showing up that once felt natural. Your body starts rejecting that. It rejects what it used to tolerate. Not because you're difficult, no, because you're accurate. Congruence also explains why people feel calm but lonelier for a period of time. When you stop overriding yourself, you stop maintaining misaligned connections. Some relationships were held together by your incongruence. When you remove that, the dynamic changes. It does. And that can feel like a loss. But it's actually alignment asserting itself. And it's okay. Congruence doesn't require confrontation. That's important. It doesn't always look like a conversation. Often it looks like change behavior. You stop volunteering. You stop filling silences, right, with your own voice. You stop smoothing discomfort that isn't yours to manage. And your body regulates as soon as you do. That's the signal. Congruence is deeply regulating. When your internal signals and external actions match, your nervous system stops scanning for threat. There's nothing to track, nothing to brace against. Everything is consistent. This is why congruence and regulation are linked. A nervous system cannot fully regulate in an environment where it's being contradicted. If you keep saying yes while feeling no, the system stays alert. If you keep explaining what you don't believe, the system stays tense. Congruence gives the body permission to settle. This is also why congruence can feel uncomfortable at first. If you're used to overriding yourself, alignment will feel unfamiliar. Your body might register honesty as risk that you don't want to take. Not because it is, but because it's new to you. Congruence takes practice, not because it's hard, but because it's honest. And honesty has consequences. It changes pacing, it changes availability, it changes who has access to you. That can feel destabilizing before it feels grounding. Congruence doesn't mean you never compromise. It means you know when you are compromising. You feel the difference in your body. Compromise with awareness feels steady. Compromise with self-betrayal feels tight. Your body tells you every single time. Congruence also simplifies decision-making. You don't weigh every option endlessly. You don't need external validation. You check internally. Does it expand or contradict me in who I am? Do I feel clearer or heavier afterwards? That's a metric. Congruence doesn't shout. It doesn't argue. It feels like quiet certainty. This is why congruent people often speak less. They're not withholding. They're not detached, right? They're not negotiating with themselves anymore. Their energy isn't split. Congruence also explains why people stop over-explaining as they mature. When your choice is congruent, you don't need permission for it. You're not trying to convince yourself or anyone else. You simply move accordingly. That can feel threatening to people who benefited from your incongruence. But your body knows the difference between guilt and misalignment. Guilt passes. Misalignment, it lingers. Congruence may cost you approval. It gives you coherence, and coherence is stabilizing. So when you hear me say congruence, this is what I mean. I mean internal agreement without force. I mean choices that don't require justification. I mean a body that relaxes because it's not being contradicted. That's not selfishness. That's integrity. That is congruence. As always, stay crowned and stay blessed. Talk to you soon.